match together. That's what they have to do right now.
Well, they were close. 26-24 was the final earlier today. Wow. Got away with one there to Jaume Martinez-Vich.
And the reason this is so important is the mixed domination for the bouncers. When they played in Virginia Beach, they won both. When they played earlier today, they won both.
That's G as well. And you called the women's doubles match too. It was 29-27.
Yes.
The gender doubles has been so close. Vegas just an inch away. And that's the reason Jaume Martinez-Vich is always so dangerous at the kitchen.
And they got to stop returning to him. I mentioned this a lot earlier today, and yet that forehand is just absolute fire. Rafa needs to start rounding him up.
That's what he's known for. That was first established here in Major League Pickleball.
Because they are very emotional, Michelle, but the emotion can go the wrong way as well. And we saw a little bit of that creep in earlier today.
Yes, we did. Hoveneir, I mentioned earlier, home court advantage for him based out of this area. Plays here a lot.
He's a member.
Rafa Hewett, two-time Major League Pickleball champion, heats up on the right.
There's a member bounce for Blaine's squad.
2-3.
Big drive from Rafa. And Blaine Hoveneir spent some time at the premier level this season, stepping in for Thomas Wilson, who's been on the IR since the start of the year.
He's got to be on balance and stick that volley. That's up high. That should be a routine volley, but just a little off balance.
Point.
Now there's a race to hand the ball over. Little levity, which was needed there.
Yeah, Rafa is fueled off of energy that he seems to get from this format. With deflection, and Jaume and the Atlanta Bouncers go ahead 7-2, early lead to try and overcome if you're a Vegas Night Owl fan.
Side out, point 3.
So let's see if Blaine really, I mean, he has one of the best serves on tour. Does he go for it, or are we safe here?
3-7.
Nice ball by Rafa Hewett. Todd Fought couldn't react soon enough to it. Fought, a three-time MLP champion as well. MVP as well.
Yeah, he was dynamite for the hard eights last year.
Hard eights already into the semifinal. They claimed the 2 seed after Frisco robbed Miami of that opportunity in Miami.
Just became a delayed situation as they just got through about a half hour ago, as you saw. So just want to add drama, get to play a little more, Michelle.
5-8.
Blaine Hoveneir back to serve now. Wow, great drop volley set up by Jaume Martinez-Vich.
Yeah, the pros across the board have been hitting horrible drop volleys. Not that guy. That was pretty, and he likes to do it just for part of his showtime, too. Get them moving on the other side.
Nice, Todd Fought goes inside out of the air on Blaine Hoveneir.
Yeah, dinked a little too deep for Rafa there. I thought Blaine had a shot at attacking a ball that was deep in his part of the kitchen earlier.
No problem with that ball. In response, nice little angle from Blaine Hoveneir.
Man, 6'4" just looks so much fun. It looks so much fun.
6-10.
And around the post he goes, too. What's the upside for a player like Blaine Hoveneir early in his pro pickleball journey?
Big, especially with the anatomy gifts of what we just talked about. I think it's shot selection and then working on the hands and any black holes in your game that the pros start to figure out as we play.
Point.
Well, there's a gift right there.
8-10.
And this was teetering on negative energy, but now back within 2.
That's good pressure from Todd Fought. And when Todd began his Major League Pickleball journey last year with the SoCal Hard Eights, he was somewhat of an unknown entity in the 4th round. And as he emerged as a solid athlete and reliable.
That's the word. And that sounds like it's a negative. It's a positive. He makes what he's supposed to, has that great backhand counter.
Scott Rose with the Hard Eights. Bumped up to the 26th overall pick in this year's draft. 13-8 lead now for Jaume Martinez-Vich and Todd Fought. We're going to step aside for just a moment. Game 1 slanting in favor of Atlanta. Night Owls, this is a best 2 out of 3 match series, a unique format compared to what we've seen in the past. Do you like this?
I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Why?
Earn it. You know, if you have a bad 2 hours, you're gone. This gives you a chance, sort of like if you run into a hot pitcher in baseball.
Nice. Around the post, sneak attack from Todd Fought.
Yeah, and the worst part about that was Blaine looking at the heavens after he had a ball right in his strike zone and went off the tape, and suddenly they lose that rally.
Left, reserve. 14-8. Start out.
That's good pressure from Rafa Hewett. Love to see the passion that he plays with.
9-14. Point.
And the Night Owls shook things up in August. Rafa was acquired on August 9th in exchange for Mo Alhouni and cash considerations. Blaine was picked up around the same time for Anderson Scarpa. That's deep.
Yeah, and that was wild because they were a favorite at the midseason tournament with that lineup. Like, this is the team that's going to absolutely get a bye. And then they blew the whole thing up, including their coaching and general managing over there. So, interesting.
That's nice. Rafa Hewett gets going, throws up the apology for the let cord. And your GM, what's the thought process you think behind that?
I mean, I guess they thought that's the best we can possibly do. We think we can improve. We have Hoveneir playing Premier, who we can get. Rafa has titles, as you mentioned, so let's put that together. The dudes just haven't played great together. Judit has not played at that same level. Zoey has been rising, so, but the chance is here. Because all of that discussion can come down to making one ball here, and then what a great acquisition. Like, if they get to a dream breaker, Blaine's going to be a huge asset, but they got to get there.
That's such good pressure from the kitchen and the ceiling of these two when they're going. Rafa Hewett and Blaine Hoveneir.
It's just you have points like that, like don't get near the kitchen, and in rally scoring, that just keeps adding up, and then you're wondering why it's 22-17, and it's hard to scrape your way back into it.
That's deep and off the hook. the Atlanta Bouncers. Vegas was right in it, chance to tie it, had the momentum brewing on their side. Now a 3-point gap again on the side of the Bouncers.
On errors, too. Look at that guy. Most people would have been thrilled to get there, and then a dink cross court would have 15 minutes with Deacon this morning saying, what are you going to do to get your guys going? And it just hasn't happened yet. Still in it within 4, but man, they got to figure this out, and this could be the last chance.
And mistakes like that, as you pointed out, not helping the Vegas Night Owls at the moment, especially with a team as consistent and scrappy as Martinez-Vich and Fought.
Absolutely.
Big third shot drive from Jaume Martinez-Vich right at the body of Blaine Hoveneir.
He just shouldn't be getting the returns. It's literally that simple.
Well, they listened. Better result that time.
I mean, if there's a special thing on the other side that you can control, sometimes you can't, you have got to avoid it.
Unlucky off the tape for Hoveneir. Atlanta in the closing stretch, 4 points away from taking the first. Oh no, foot fault called on Blaine Hoveneir.
Yeah, earlier we were talking about the highlighter bright yellow. They're not going to miss those big feet coming through there. And let's see if the left foot. Ooh.
Perhaps he should switch to white.
I know. Or find out what the color of the kitchen's going to be and get me some navy green shoes.
There's another look at it, top left corner.
Just scraped it. Great look from the truck.
Ooh.
Did he
I think he missed. I thought it was just short.
Side out, point 23.
Jaume's not sure.
Yeah, he doesn't look super confident.
You cannot appeal to the referees, but
That's. I think that was wide. Here's another look at it in the top left.
Yeah, that ball's out. Like, Jaume calls this fair line as anybody. Like, he didn't want to take that.
He deferred to Rafa.
Yeah, he did.
Chance to earn a game point for the Bouncers. Oh,
wow.
That's unlucky.
Is conspiring.
Not sure what that was from Rafa.
Just frustration. And
24-16.
Looked like a Dumb and Dumber lick the ski pole
let's not
moment.
do that. Christmas Story.
Oh.
That would have been quite the walk-off, but doesn't come up with it. He can't believe it.
Another look.
And there's the difference. It's a similar point, but there's so much tension in the Night Owls and just absolute relaxed point of view for the Bouncers. He missed that one as well.
Jaume is such an explosive mover. I'm still on the point before the missed ATP. Game point number 2 for Atlanta. That's a great attack from Hoveneir, holding off Atlanta, trying to get to that 20-point mark where you start to feel the scoreboard pressure. Rafa Hewett back to serve now. Fought on the return. Oh, shifty attack off the bounce for Todd Fought, fading backwards.
He thinks Jaume's taking it, so he all of a sudden runs back and then finds it up the line. What a shot.
Jaume on the attack again. Ambitious choice to crash on a low ball like that. Vegas will take back another point. Atlanta has to win on their serve, so Vegas continuing to gain ground. Atlanta halted at 2 game points.
Ooh, just past the kitchen.
19-24.
And if he's ripping it, that would be a deep serve, but not, yeah, and then I'd just lay it in. Boy, and the missed ATP fest continues. That's 3 in a row. And here we are at 20.
Rafa let him know it. Wanted somebody else to join him in the ATP Miss Club.
Wow.
Oh, unbelievable. Hewett and Hoveneir right back in it within 3.
And Rafa's grab off the tape there was special.
Todd Fought and Jaume Martinez-Vich calling a timeout at 24-21. Had 2 game points and been a little lackadaisical at the end here. It looked like
goals on the other side, so that would be a massive. Obviously, that dude right there threw Todd Fought. Todd's fine, but Jaume's special, but then so is Blaine and Rafa. So here we go.
A little more aggressive on the serve for Hoveneir. Great play by Todd Fought. Game point number 3.
Yeah, I know Hoveneir's a Dodger fan, but you don't catch it in the sport.
Jaume starts the firefight to close it out. 25-21, Atlanta up a game.
And there's a floater that lands on the kitchen line that you have 2 forehands in the middle, Michelle, and they let it bounce behind them. That sort of sums up the partnership of Blaine and Rafa at the top of her game at all, and yet they got to win as a team. So if her level comes up, they will be very good. But Emily Cederquist Ackerman, remember that? If you were like, who's the Cederquist? Emily Ackerman. So this is important for the Owls to get off to a good start here.
Love that. Susannah Barr still playing at the top at 46 years old. The OGs of the sport. How about that angle from Cederquist out of the gates?
She was wonderful, and that shows me a confident player right there, because up around your eyes, you usually want to rip that thing. Perfect touch.
Wow, great lob. And then Susannah Barr could capitalize. Cederquist, unbelievable right now.
Used that several times earlier today. Was great with the lob, except she tried to go over Blaine once. 6'4" is 6'4".
Right out, point 1.
You mentioned the close game in the match earlier this afternoon. 29-27 was the final.
Game points on both sides. Chaos.
Wang and Castillo did pull it out, but Susannah Barr and Emily Cederquist were right there.
And they shouldn't have been. They saved a bundle of game points.
Another lob. Wow, what a point from the lob to start to the communication in the middle. What a play for Atlanta.
And then to have it end with a kind of a routine shot missed. And I don't know why Cederquist is calling off Susannah Barr on an overhead versus a high backhand, but it worked. You know, another missed serve here.
2-4.
That was supposed to be a lob? I don't know how else to describe that thing.
Susannah Barr, rock solid. Much better start for her in this
because
Game
she
2
was
than earlier today.
usually that, certainly not that earlier. So that'll make them much tougher out. And this is a must-win for the Owls.
Yeah, all the match 3 is supposed to take place tomorrow for the challenger level quarterfinals, but
one is already gone
off the table.
And Jaume and Susannah Barr are 12-0 as a team. So that's what you know is coming out on the court.
Point.
Yeah, so if I'm Zoey, I'm like, can I find that Susannah Barr who gave us a few errors in the earlier match and just stay in that for a while?
And there's Zoey and the wicked forehand she possesses too. I know that backhand flick is something special, but she's great on both sides of her body.
6-5. Got out, point 6. Six, 6.
That's deep. Atlanta back on top by 1. Susannah Barr back to serve to Zoey Wang.
6.
Crashing Cederquist goes long. Ambitious bulge poach.
Crashing indeed.
Is that Waters out there?
7-7.
Yeah, and I'd like Zoey to press the pace wherever she can.
8-7.
Oh, off the post for Cederquist.
Yeah, and the ATP disaster of the afternoon continues. That's 4 in a row. HTP on that one, and a little frustrated.
Through the middle, and a beauty for Cederquist.
And no disguise, paddle up. This ball is humming, and we saw a lot of this earlier today too, Michelle. A lot of winners through the middle of the court.
Which is interesting because Wang and Castillo have played so well together all season long. You mentioned the finalist movement for the Vegas Night Owls in Grand Rapids this season. Beautiful angle there for Zoey Wang, but this is a team that didn't have a lot of advantages in terms of the waiver wire like other teams were able to collect different players, and Vegas wasn't in that opportunistic situation. They still made a deep push in the mid-season tournament.
Is the signature shot from Zoey right there. Yeah, and then they sent all the dudes packing, and you know, here we are fighting for our literally our lives in this match.
That's deep for Castillo. All the pressure applied on the side of Atlanta. Castillo felt like she should have had that one though.
Yeah, again, no disguised speed ups.
9-11.
That's to the backhand side, too. That should have been handled. And even though that looks like Zoey, what are you doing? The ball's up from Judit right in front, and Susannah had a lot of choices. Chose the more stylistic one, the little inside-out angle. Worked out perfect.
Oh, there's the soccer.
Oh, superstar. Like her and Anna Lee are probably our best 2 soccer players. Watch this. That's no joke right there. Little back heel.
That's why her movement is so good, especially in singles. Shines brightly in that category in the PPA side as well. Well, Hello, Zoey
Right
Wang.
out, 12.
Risen to the top of her singles game this season,
Yes.
too.
Yes, has wins over a lot of the top
12-11.
players, and you do not want to see her in your part of the draw.
You. Go. You. Got it.
Just telegraphed.
That's cheap. What a point for the Night Owls. Rafa Hewett off the bench first in support of the ladies. 13-11 lead at the end change. For the Night Owls, we're going to head to break. See if Atlanta can even it out or if this will be an even match. Championships on the heels of this playoff action for Major League Pickleball. Premier level starting tomorrow in the afternoon.
That is going to be fire, especially the DC versus Ranchers. I cannot wait.
Yeah, Kwang Tuong, Christian Alshon fully healthy.
Yes, against the two trees, Deckel and Jimmy. Plus, we're starting to get a little pickle under the lights, a little Friday night lights here in
Yes.
Texas, Michelle.
Love
This is
it.
looking good.
This is
14-12.
right behind San Clemente for me
Yeah.
in terms of venue. Actually, as far as atmosphere, this has to be the best. The setup we
Yes.
have, the stands going all the way up to the sky. We had a full house last year when we were here. It was unbelievable.
And they're calling for it again, and can't wait. Lefty save.
Right out, point 13.
Yeah, we can see from our vantage point we're gonna have a stagecoach-like concert series here starting
Yes.
up Sunday night. So lots of fun for pickleball fans and music fans, food fans, whatever you're a fan of.
We've got the Celebrity Showdown on Thursday night, too. So many icons with us on Pickleball Boulevard. It's going to be a fun week.
Yeah, can T.O. and Adrian Peterson play? We're going to find out. I can't wait to see those guys out there. And then I've gotten a huge thrill out of the Duper Collegiate Pickleball Championships going on. I was cheering my butt off for Miami Redhawks, who won their pool today. I'm so proud of them.
Such a great feeder program. Get this game on the map in all the ways. We are ready for it at the college level.
And there's Zoey again, just that backhand. It's a lot of the ladies want to have what she has routinely.
Push off ball, left foot. Point.
It's a costly one for Susannah Barr.
Yeah, because the Cederquist lobs are on point, cross-court.
Yes.
I mean, no one is even thinking about hitting overheads on those.
Right out, point 15. (15-18).
Wow, that's pretty from Castillo. Studying her
Yes,
teammate,
like,
perhaps.
Well, can that just rub off a little? Okay, yeah, that was nice with a good pace, well inside the baseline. Can't follow it up with that. That's what I've seen a lot of teams today. They do something special, miss a third. Well, guess what? One went both ways. It's not, there's no style points here.
Right out, point 20.
And same thing, especially here on the comeback trail. That's a routine reset that you got to at least get to the kitchen.
Point.
Missing the net for Cederquist, who will store. Atlanta currently owns the lead at the moment against Vegas. And if a third match is required, it will be played tomorrow at noon local time between these two teams. So Vegas fighting to stay alive in the good fight. Top 4 teams in the challenger level will get the promotion to Premier. Wow. Barr imposing her will on the points. Clearly motivated after that timeout, whatever was discussed.
17-22.
Just a mile-high third. Yeah, because we talk about how important these matches are, and we say, well, Jaume is a premier level player. Well, guess what? He actually has some control over that now, because if he can will his team to a victory in this matchup, he will be a premier player because his team will get promoted.
And what's your general manager perspective on how that works with the promotion now, with the contracts and the players signed to each team up to this point? That's deep.
Every team has to drop one player, so who is in the available pool, then exactly how that's all going to go down with potentially an auction like we started the year with. So that's going to be fascinating after we get a champion crowned in Orlando. There's another mid-court miss where this has happened a lot today. Where just even in the men's match, we saw Hoveneir and Hewett get close and then they'd make a mistake.
That's a layup of an ATP. Judit Castillo polishes off game 2, 25-19. Much safer performance than earlier today.
Yeah, and they had a similar lead to that and then saw it go away. So this time, much better. And the exact
2-1. Atlanta does lead the series, though, 1-0. Welcome into the pickleball desk. Cameron Blackwood alongside Matt Manassi. But a different look so far. I think even with the women losing, it was a different player who wasn't playing so well.
Emily didn't really show up, was struggling, looked to be tight. Susannah, I thought, played well. Their chemistry was a little off. It's the B teams that are going to head into mix first. This is trouble, though, in my opinion, if you're Atlanta, because Emily, I don't think, bounces back as quickly as a Susannah Barr. Hopefully Todd Fought can get the best out of her. We'll see, but bodes well for the other team, that is for sure.
We did talk to Susannah at the desk, and we were talking about the dream breaker, that it probably does favor Las Vegas a little bit. She didn't think so. She said, well, we've been in dream breakers too. We win dream breakers, but if it gets to that.
I think that was a politically correct answer. Susannah Barr on a singles court is not great. I love the way she plays. I love her attitude. I love that she's confident in herself, but Las Vegas does not want to be in that situation, or Atlanta, excuse me.
Do you think Atlanta can take these next 2 mixed doubles matches like they did this morning?
It's going to come down to Emily Cederquist. Can she bounce back and find her good form? If not, we'll see. Although on the other side, Blaine Hoveneir, Judit Castillo, I don't think playing at their highest level either. So a lot still to be determined here on court.
Do you like that Emily went out first, maybe get the jitters out, or not maybe rely on her for that second match?
No, I do. I like that she doesn't have time to think about it. Get her out there. Just let her play. I think Todd Fought is a very positive influence on her and the rest of the team, and she'll have a team behind her cheering her on the sidelines as well. So, yes, get her out there. Don't let her think about it, and move on.
Let's see if the Las Vegas Night Owls can take the win tonight and send them into tomorrow. We're going to go right down to Dave and Michelle.
Earlier today, Michelle.
Yeah, it was. Judit Castillo back to serve first over to Emily Cederquist. That's just wide for Castillo. Opening point goes to the Atlanta Bouncers. Cederquist was the X factor for Matt Manassi. Would love to know if you agree with that after this point.
I I agree that her performance being solid is important, but my thing is, does Todd take over like he did earlier? Does Blaine make adjustments and keep Todd out of the mix more? We'll see.
Ooh.
That was very close to a paddle in the kitchen out of the air there, Michelle. You even were like, ooh, like what the heck was that? But must have been clean. If it wasn't, the pickleball gods cleaned it up anyway.
Missed return to follow it up.
And this is huge because that Night Owls got just demolished at the beginning of the match earlier today. So having a lead early is helpful.
It's a nice
point
from Todd Fought.
And then are there ghosts lingering from Halloween there? Was Judit being chased? What happened there?
2-3. Side out, point 4.
Jammed up on the reset. Good spot for Hoveneir. Applying the pressure early.
4-2. Point.
And if you're the bouncers, you do not want to feed a team that's a little bit tenuous with misses.
Oh, Judit Castillo all over the counter, got the baseline. Great play.
And what a start. This is a 180 from earlier today where Judit and Blaine had no answers.
Lucky off the tape, Cederquist will accept the break. And if this were to go to a dream breaker, Dave, who would you say has the edge?
I know they were just talking about it at the desk, and Susannah Barr may have confidence in her team, but they would be a heavy underdog because of the ladies.
For Emily Cederquist, and additionally, you pointed out earlier, Blaine Hoveneir being, in addition to this Vegas roster, gives them a boost.
Yes.
Round up Rafa lives for the dream breaker moments.
100%. I think you have Jaume's the best guy, and then the next two are the two Night Owls, and then Fought, even though Fought is solid.
Unbelievable. What a lob from Cederquist.
It's been terrific all night long from an offensive position, and very athletic backhand flick overhead, though, from Judit.
Oh, and an ATP to the corner. Some momentum now for Atlanta.
Yes, and Blaine wishes he was calling it out, but that was a thumbs up for the shot from Cederquist.
Side out, point 8.
And then follows it up with the third in the net. So I think this is important for Blaine and Judit to get one on serve just to maintain the difference.
That's G2.
Side out, point 6.
Atlanta cooking, trailing by 2. Can't give them any breaks. And another one.
Wow.
Christmas came early for the bouncers.
No, it's not time. And all these companies with your Christmas commercials, just let us enjoy Halloween in between. We'll see you in a few weeks for Thanksgiving.
I'm going to be honest, Dave. I'm here for the early Christmas.
Come on. I love Christmas too, but not on October 29th.
It's the happiest
1st.
time of year. Come on.
I am.
Extend it as long as you can.
I love Christmas, but it has its place. All right.
8-8.
And speaking of Christmas, there's snowmen on the scoreboard. There we go.
Wow. That was an incredible pull for Todd Fought, risky and executed beautifully.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in, but there's nowhere Judit can go. So, and
9-8.
Oh my.
wow, clean winner.
That was great stuff from Blaine Hoveneir, and credit to him for staying in the point. Hit 2 winners,
Yeah.
it felt like. 9-all in his stomping grounds
9-9.
where he plays and trains here in Dallas, Brookhaven Country Club.
Point.
Todd Fought can't catch a break off the tape. Blaine Hoveneir changing the trajectory of game 3 so far.
Yes, and Brandon French wants to make sure that we mention that he is a
10-9.
member here as well. He'll be playing in the PPA portion of the week. Wow,
Right out,
just
point
that
10.
has been, just that cannot happen. A casual in the middle of the court
10-10.
when you know an undefeated team is coming on the court next against your team. And then what in the world is that? I've been dumbfounded more than I should be today with some of the
11-10.
execution.
Right out, point. 11.
Vegas ties it back up. Keep an eye on the thirds and the unforced errors on their
11-11.
side.
But again, much better position despite some of that.
Wow, Castillo was finally able to get a ball over to Cederquist, but Fought steps into the play.
And then Judit went jump roping. Which I don't know what value does this add. Watch this. What are we doing?
Point.
Big drive at the end change, 13-11 lead for the Atlanta Bouncers. Point lead against the Vegas Night Owls. Blaine Hoveneir and Judit Castillo looking to hang in the fight.
Point.
They can't even
14-11.
connect on their paddle taps right now, the Night Owls.
Point. $15-11.
Huge play for Blaine Hoveneir.
12.
Yes, Cederquist and I chatted earlier, and I said your lobs have been great, except when you tried to go over Blaine. Perhaps that
12-15.
conversation was forgotten there because she tried to go over Blaine again, and he was up for the task.
Right out,
Two
point. 16.
very deep in the court shots from the bouncers that land.
16-12. Right out, point.
Pretty
13.
attack off the bounce and ready for the next one for Hoveneir. That was clean.
13-16.
And another one for Hoveneir, heating up. Vegas still engaged.
14-16.
Must-win situation. Wow, this guy is on one. Blaine Hoveneir.
Moving his feet, that's an important part. We talked about the size and the brightness of those feet, but that keeps him moving and engaged. A lot of the taller players can get stagnant with their movement, so that's a great trio of rallies. Can he keep it going?
Oh, just barely missing the sideline. Atlanta cooling off the run from Vegas. How do they avoid Hoveneir is the question.
So Castillo goes for the tennis volley with the first one, really cut it, and then you just can't have the sideline be in play there. You're not going to hit a winner past Fought. Just keep it deep.
Emily Cederquist back to serve. Blaine Hoveneir taking a lengthy walk to his towel.
Yeah, and this is a player that plays fast and fiery, so I like that in this key moment, under control. Wow, and the fourth. It's a couple for Judit. I don't know if this is a timeout or...
Time in. 19-15.
Wow. Hoveneir is staying right in it. He has been the rock for Castillo in this matchup.
Yeah, the second half of this match, he has been much better and playing a more aggressive style. Let's see if he gets the ball and goes.
Oh, and a missed ATP. That was the point for Judit Castillo to gain some confidence.
2016.
And she's got frustration face. Cederquist just went for inside out past a guy who's 6'4" from the midcourt. That's all.
Maybe not.
17-20.
I'm sure she
She's
realizes
that.
that.
Look at Blaine really taking his time. That is what guys have to do. And how many times has he been beaten on the left side of his body? Remind me.
Yeah.
None. So get over there and be a weapon, especially if Judit's pushed back and you know she's been a little frustrated with her play from there. Make a difference.
Oh, another one. Wow, skip off the tape, and Vegas is within one.
And just the memory of Blaine sneaking over there. So she does try to put, and that's a tough ball off the tape to then redirect up the line.
Timeout, point 21.
Wow, how does that not Blaine's ball after that drive to just come up there and destroy that? Could that be the shot of this entire season?
Especially with a chance to tie it,
Yes.
too. Out of jail. Vegas lets Atlanta off the hook in a situation that could have been much different. 21-19. 22-19, excuse me. And a big drive from Cederquist to the forehand side of Hoveneir.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know how you lose it. And that carries over to a return that misses by 2 feet, and they were a sitter away from 20 all. This, unfortunately for the Night Owls, has happened way too much.
Game point, Atlanta. That's deep. Oh no, called was reversed. Cederquist called it out initially. Fought called it back.
And Emily apologized. So sometimes you want things.
20-24.
Just like that speed up attempt.
Yeah, exactly.
Too good on the counter from Hoveneir, protecting that left hip. Not an easy shot to get to.
Yeah, and I'm confused as to why, when Judit's still on her way in, why Emily would go there. Like, if they're back, make them earn it all the way up there.
21-24.
Missed return, and we have ourselves a game now. Vegas continues to mount points. Atlanta has to win it on their serve.
Timeout Atlanta, 22-24.
Atlanta will
Here on the serve and return.
So much psychology late into these games. Ooh. Call was wide on Castillo. If it is wide, it will be a second game point for Atlanta.
That is
Yeah,
clearly
that's
out. Okay.
And remember, that was Todd Fought too that reversed his own call on the other side. So he's been honest this whole time. Not that we ever question the integrity there, but 240 frames per second gives us a lot of clarity from close call replay. And
you know, from the start of that point, I love Judit hadn't been. Jim Price doesn't mess around.
You have 2 free challenges remaining. Atlanta, 3 free challenges remaining. We're going to play at 24-22. Time in, 24-22.
Wow. Counter, not the cleanest, but stayed in. This is after Castillo let a dink bounce past the kitchen line. A little nervy.
23-24.
Will we get the full serve here?
Blaine Hoveneir ties it up for Vegas. 24 all.
And again, Judit stuck her paddle in there, and they actually clanked paddles. Like, that was the same shot at 20 all that she took. Wow.
Too high. Judit Castillo takes advantage. Now game point swings to Vegas out of nowhere. Game 3 seemed to be fully on the side of Atlanta.
Hoveneir started raising the level, more aggressive, but I like that it's not screaming and running around and doing the 5Ks on the edge of the court. It's focused.
That shot has been so fruitful for Cederquist all match long, but Judit Castillo all over the read, and redemption is hers after being so
fired up no matter what, and Zoey Wang could win this game on her paddle. That's how good she is.
Yeah, she could. So
Game 4, time in.
A regulation win available for Vegas. Atlanta looking to force a dream breaker. In the regular season, Dave, they split in Virginia Beach and DC. So
1-0.
Vegas had to win in a dream breaker in DC. Atlanta won in regulation in Virginia Beach. Spicy put away for Susannah Barr.
Yeah, that spin on that was crazy. Yeah, the big difference there is in DC, different dudes. So this was not with Hoveneir and with Rafa. Still the same jerseys, I get that.
Rafa Hewett's clean counter winner down the line.
Two, 1. Point.
Again, I haven't hit any balls down there in that court, but that's another
3-1.
player that is not hitting a volley clean when they normally would. So if there is any sightline challenges that they're coming up with, I'd be driving it all day long.
2-3.
Yeah, exactly.
Point. Three. Side out, point 4. Four, 3. Point.
It's deep, as Rafa Hewett let us know. 2-point cushion
5-3.
now for Vegas.
He lets them know downtown, and we aren't near downtown.
Zoey tries to lob it. Jaume, fleet of foot. Look at this guy.
Sir. I mean, that is spectacular. Look at you. That's Friday night.
That's awesome.
He's got his Texas Rangers hat, but you know, it's not the normal colors. He's got the gold one.
6-4.
World Series championship one. And the stogie.
Side out, point 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And an American flag tee.
And I don't know what's in that cup, but make your own guesses. The stickers from the hat are still on there underneath there. We got the barcode. We could run that through the register again, sir.
Identify yourself.
Yes.
Meanwhile, 6-all Atlanta starting to heat up.
6-6. Side out, point 7.
The skinny singles of the dudes just firing away at each other. It's an interesting subplot here. That's usually not what you see in mixed. It's usually
7-6.
the ladies attacking each other or being attacked.
Point.
Okay.
Jaume was dodging the point before it even ended. Zoey Wang.
8-6. Side out, point 7.
Deep ATP attempt for Rafa Hewett. Is there wider courts here in
7-8.
Brookhaven? You pointed
Yes.
out Grandstand. You got a mile to hit an ATP.
Grandstand, we're going to have some of the greatest ATP. I'm telling you right now, it's the best ATP in the history of the sport could be hit this week.
Wow.
Side out, point
Athletic
9.
early attempts from Rafa Hewett.
I mean, zero flow in this. I mean, quick. I mean, we've had 16 points in like 4 minutes here.
9-7.
But Messi works for Las Vegas.
Ooh. Jaume just barely gets out of the way. Rafa attempts to apologize. Atlanta
8-9.
fighting for a tiebreak. Vegas looking to win this in regulation.
Side out, point 10.
Jaume's just been getting out of the way of stuff here.
I know.
Very interesting. Like, I feel like a paddle.
10-8.
Yeah, this team's a perfect 12-0 too. Susannah Barr and Jaume Martinez-Vich. It's not like there's brewing tension between the two by any means.
None. I mean, he may have been looking on the other side of his body. I will never question this man for
9-10.
wanting to come out here and entertain the fans.
Side out.
This routine third
11.
from Jaume. Zoey Wang was his target.
Just not clean here for the undefeated duo.
11-9.
Oh, Wang was on it.
10.
Barely missing.
And if I'm Steve Deacon, I'm saying do it again.
Yeah.
Because
10, 11.
that's the difference maker, Zoey.
Side out, point 12.
I mean, this looked 20 minutes
Well,
ago
10.
like good night,
Yes.
Night Owls.
What a get, Rafa Hewett from his ankles.
13-10, Las Vegas.
At the end change, too, with all the momentum on their side. Vegas looking to pull this out in regulation. Have another look.
And look at behind his body.
Almost out of it
13-10.
as a team in the playoffs. Almost sent home packing. And here they are right back in the
Side out,
fight.
point 11.
Semi-final appearance on the line in Orlando, and more importantly, a league promotion
Yes.
from
11-13.
challenger to premier. Vegas was literally inches away from near elimination. And when you're playing like Rafa Hewett
Side out,
is,
point 14.
they don't seem to be stopped anytime soon.
Yeah, because if you lose that match, then
14-11.
Jaume and Susannah are like, all right, let's go do what we do with the lead.
Side out, point
Man,
12.
Zoey's had a couple great looks on the poach she just missed. I love that jump of the kitchen.
12,
For the
14.
Ernie, just missed it.
Point.
Susannah Barr, feisty with the close. Atlanta not out of it yet. They want a dream breaker, though. Vegas has the clear edge in that category in singles. We'll see. That's why they play the games, right?
Yeah, and we went no dream breaker in the other series, so why not do it again?
Such impressive contact on that backhand flick from Zoey Wang. So clean with her technique.
Fifteen, 13. Side out, point 14. 14-15.
Ooh, pretty. Zoey Wang gets it right inside the baseline.
Just enough spin, just enough, because it looked like with the swing, it had too much on it, but perfect scrape of the ball to get that spin.
Side out,
And then
point
an ugly
15.
third. No one's been able to play like 5 great points in a row as a team throughout the day.
Been a little jagged. Can't quite put your finger on
15-16.
momentum, patterns.
Point.
Return was deep.
Giving me kind of the side face there, like, well, trying to buy a call. Ooh.
Oh, I thought I saw it skid off the line live. That's in.
That's in. We said it, Jinx.
It went.
Yeah.
I thought I saw it skip just a little bit.
Little skid off the line, but that's in for me. So Rafa said he saw something, and he sure did.
And as you pointed out, Jim Price not messing around with time this evening.
After video review, calls overturned, ball was in.
Yeah, baby!
Do you agree with that,
Penalty,
Rafa?
one free challenge.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, and baby.
Yeah, it was overturned. You lose, yes. On the line call, you do.
Yeah, okay. Jaume is like,
challenges,
what did you mean by that?
2 free challenges.
The fact that Jim said, you lose. like Jim's ready to call the match. You lose. It's over.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah.
17-15.
Just kidding. No one would ever say that to Jaume.
No, never. Tried to go short angle.
That missed call bleeding over into the next few points. Atlanta seems to be fizzling out. Team that has not dropped a game since Susannah Barr joined the Bouncers. Jaume Martinez-Vich has something to say about that.
$16-18. Point.
Wow, just an absolute tag there from Jaume, and look out.
17-18.
Oh.
Point.
Don't count Atlanta out yet. Tie game, 18 apiece.
And the dude is everywhere.
18-18.
Daring them to beat him over the left shoulder, and I bet you a shot in that area is forthcoming. Oh my.
Start out, point, 19.
And Jaume was on a heater and a roll there, and to have that roll mess him up. Too bad, but the night has been good to the Night Owls.
Wow. Oh my, a sitter gone long. Rafa Hewett willing his team to victory in that point.
Yeah, that might be the best point of the day, and a lot of high quality gets and retrievals by the Night Owls, and then Susannah Barr had an absolute bunny just sitting there, but got the paddle face behind it instead of hitting down, pops it deep.
Swinging part in the game, and to your point earlier, just no. Okay, that one I see why.
That is no good.
Yeah. Your eyes deceived you on that one, Rafa, but...
And I thought he had a better look at that one than the one that he was certain of.
I know.
Because he was staring right down the line, but that's out.
Well.
Jaume and Rafa jawing the whole time. Jim Price again has a
video
dinner reservation.
review, the call stands. Las Vegas loses one free challenge, you have one remaining. Atlanta, you have 2 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 19:20.
A lot of good stakes in this town if Jim's ready for that.
Time in.
In Dave Fleming's backyard here in Dallas. Thanks for welcoming us for a week-long pickleball party. Wow.
Again, Zoey goes for something just a little bit offensive, and it feels like it's the right choice, but what she's doing when she gets there hasn't been working.
20-20.
Oh, Barr just barely surviving the points. Shovels it across the net. And Atlanta with their first lead in a very long time in this game 4. I'm not sure if they've ever had a lead in this matchup.
And Blaine seems to be tying his shoes as if he has more pickleball to play.
Start out, point, 21.
Tie game continues. Vegas takes it back.
21-21. Start out, point, 22.
Good stick volley there from Barr. Can anyone win a point on their serve and get that 2-point cushion? Obviously, someone's going to have to. We'll be here all night.
22-21. point.
Wow, and every Ernie has created a lost point for the Night Owls. I'd put it away now.
23-21. Right out, point,
Rafa
22.
Hewett creating so much pressure.
Yeah, I don't know why that ball goes to him there.
22-23.
You have to wonder. Oh, defense by Barr sets up Jaume, finds a sliver of an opening.
And goes so off speed here. Look at, they're just flailing at this. Like, what? How did?
So close from taking this in two. It's just every single point, there's so much on it. Massive hold for the Vegas Night Owls.
Wow, Jaume got exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, couldn't close it out.
23-24.
One game point saved from Vegas. And right back at it is Jaume Martinez-Vich. Game point number 2 for the Bouncers.
24-23.
Jaume, the hero of Game 4,
Atlanta.
barely escaping and getting a game win, 25-23. Dream breaker it is, Dave.
13-0 is
Ball, game
versus
5,
Rafa,
Dream
but in the
breaker.
2 slot.
Time in.
Blaine Hoveneir was the
0-0.
player that Vegas went with first. He will also be the big server, standing at 6'4". Ooh, Todd got what he wanted, earned a third round on that deep return. Blaine Hoveneir gets away with one.
He is a member.
Members only, apparently. Another miss from Todd Fought.
And he went to the left-handed volley there to get a little more reach, but a short return. And I think the fact that Blaine got to serve first here is big for his confidence. And he can then just rip some forehands like that one. Wow. This is a nightmare for the Bouncers because it's the dudes that needed to get a lead or keep it relatively close.
3-0.
That's where you feel like maybe Jaume would have been the better option here. To start 4-0 in a hole. Credit to Blaine Hoveneir, has been incredible in his matches. Now Jaume Martinez-Vich carries all the pressure.
4-0.
Round him up, Rafa takes the first point.
I mean, the pressure on, it looks like Cederquist will play first,
5-0.
is going to be massive.
There it is.
Side out, point one.
Atlanta on the board.
Jaume's got to find a passing shot here on his first service as Atlanta finally gets the ball.
1-5. Point.
He'll take a miss instead. Last point between these two.
Five.
Wow. Unbelievable explosive offense from Jaume Martinez-Vich. The way he meets the ball out in front. So fun to watch.
And the answer was Judit here. So
3-5.
here we go.
And Judit Castillo proving why she was the first lady selected. First point is hers. 3 more to go.
6-3. Point.
This return, Judit takes 2.
Seven, 3.
Blaine is standing on the line over there and saying that thing is out. I'd love to see that if we have it, Truck, because Blaine immediately said out, and Judit kind of played it, and it is going over to the bouncers.
Emily comes away with 2.
And it was, well,
wow.
I mean, for pickleball, out. So that, strange things happen here. So this is where Zoey, all right, you're going second.
Just wide for Susannah Barr, the clear underdog in this matchup against Zoey Wang.
Man, you just cannot miss that call.
The free gift. Missed return from Barr. Zoey takes 2.
9-5.
Oh, dear. I mean, that's 2 feet deep and a foot wide.
Last point.
10-5.
Zoey Wang just too crispy with her strokes.
Las Vegas.
I personally...
Available 4 points, but what more can he do against Rafa? Really, Todd Fought
15 seconds.
could create a bit of momentum on his side.
Yeah, he would have loved to have had the ball when he went back out there, but he doesn't because he hasn't served yet. Much better return getting away from the Hoveneir forehand, so big adjustment there and necessary for Fought.
First serve for Fought in this Dream Breaker.
Wow. Casually effective there as Blaine had half the court and just sort of just guided it over there, but it worked. But I much prefer the on-court temperament of Hoveneir since the middle of the mix to now. Not running around crazy cheering, just focused.
Very poised and measured. Making better choices too. That ball was called deep.
And was deep.
Last point. Blaine looking to go 3-1 on Todd Fought.
So got a couple cross-court returns when it was on the odd side there, did Fought. So 6-2 for Blaine. I mean, this is where Jaume almost has to win all 4 because the ladies' matchups are not going to change wildly.
No room for error. Oh boy.
And then that happens.
That's unfortunate for Jaume.
14.
Rafa will take the first.
And give it a kiss while he's at it.
14-7. Side out point, 8. Eight 14.
Wow.
Point.
2 for Jaume.
Jaume was talking to Blaine there. There's a very concerned Dom Catalano, the coach of this outfit.
9-14.
Walk-off winner for Rafa Hewett, 2-2. Definitely not a sweep situation for Jaume, as you had pointed out Atlanta needed to see. Judit Castillo and Emily Cederquist come out for 4.
15-9.
They split in round 1. Emily Cederquist takes the opening point.
Yeah, I love the way she played against Judit, and she knows she's got a, can she pull off a 3-1?
Well, she knows her team's Match hopes depend on it.
Gets the first two with ease.
11-15. Start out,
Wow,
point
man,
16.
casual, like slice cut. Just a strange shot selection there.
16-11.
Oh, Cederquist drops one in, 3-1. Zoey Wang now out against Susannah Barr.
So that means Zoey cannot end the match.
And this is, to me, why you would put Jaume at the top of the order, too,
Absolutely.
because, say, Susannah somehow comes up with a couple here, then you've got your ace
Your
to
number
pull
one
you
guy
back in.
is not playing the most points, potentially.
Yeah, I don't agree with the batting order, so to speak.
And by a factor of 4. I mean, that's just crazy. So, yes. Oh, that's just pretty from Zoey. Yeah, unless, you know, I'd be telling Todd Fought, you figure out how to get some points off Rafa because Jaume's going first.
Yes. And I think him not going first takes a little bit of pressure off Fought, too.
Yes. All right, Susannah Barr is on the board.
Yeah, she had not been up until this point. Got swept in the first round.
Pensive party of one, Mr. Catalano.
Wow, causes the miss. Susannah gets 2.
Wow, and if Susannah gets another one, then all the pressure goes over to Blaine Hoveneir because he thought he'd be serving with all sorts of margin.
It's in. Susannah Barr does get 3. Atlanta back in it. Can Todd Fought get at least 3? That is the question.
I think he's okay even if he gets 2 because then Jaume go be the star and all this order stuff doesn't matter because you'd be in line to go win it for us.
An unreachable shot. Todd Fought gets the first.
And Hoveneir played an unbelievably safe singles point there, did not come in and paid the price at a very tentative backhand. Nerves are real.
Walk-off winner for Todd Fought. So he hopes. Tie game, 17-all. The dynamic shift right on point to what you said, Dave.
This is unbelievable. I mean, the ladies had this on their paddle to finish it for the Night Owls. That's why you want this team, and they did not gain the lead, and now we're tied.
Ooh. Blaine Hoveneir takes 1, and this point could very well determine the outcome.
Because if Jaume gets to walk out there tied, he will be fired up.
All the pressure on Hoveneir.
Does he have the big serve in him right here?
That's what you've been monitoring. Goes for it. And that is too good. Todd Fought puts his team in position to close it out. And maybe it wasn't so bad of a choice to put Jaume in the 2 spot.
18 all. If one of these dudes goes 3-1, it's over.
Oh. Jaume Martinez-Vich and Rafa Hewett come out for 4. Jaume was there, and Rafa takes the first. He lives for these moments, too.
We thought this would be the marquee matchup. We just didn't know we'd get it in that second spot, but we're thrilled to have it.
Rafa gets 2. He passes Jaume for a match point. Playoffs on the line for Vegas. Chance to close it here. Has to win it on his serve.
mean, he was teetering on the edge of the Grand Canyon there a couple times, ready to fall in.
That's the only way to put it.
Holy mackerel, that was awesome with the season and the match potentially on the line there.
Last point here. Jaume could tie it. Vegas could earn back the serve to close it. Missed.
No way.
He missed it. Oh my. 3-1, the split for Rafa Hewett. Judit Castillo out to close it for her team against Emily Cederquist. They need to win it on their serve.
2019.
Clean winner, Judit Castillo saves her team's season. 21-19, the Vegas Night Owls force a third match tomorrow. What a moment. How did that just happen?
Well, they lifted her up like they just won the whole thing. They won a match. We're going to play another one tomorrow. They look to be cruising in the singles, and then, to Susannah Barr's credit, got 3 out of 4. Tomorrow's slate is going to be special, and Michelle and I have been running back and forth between the booth and the desk, and she is parked over there with Matt Manassi and the winners. So, Michelle, take it away.
I had to catch my breath after that Dreambreaker performance that you guys just came up with. We couldn't put our finger on who was going to win that one as we welcome Rafa Hewett and Zoey Wang to the desk alongside Matt Manassi. My goodness, you two, bring us back into that moment. What's running through your mind in the final stretch in a Dreambreaker situation against a team like Atlanta? Rafa.
Yeah, no, Atlanta, they got great players. Jaume's like top 3 in the world in singles, so knowing that I'm going against him, just trying to get 1 or 2 points at a time. And I feel like our team's probably the strongest Dream Break team. We got Zoey, we got Blaine, and Judit, so all-around single specialists. We get it done.
Yeah, Zoey, how confident were you going into that Dream Breaker knowing you are that strong singles team?
Okay, so first time when I'm going on to the singles, I think I got lucky because I got 2 serving, and then Susannah Barr's got return mix. So it's really easy for the first time. But second times I was a little bit nervous because she tried to put a lot of pressures on go to the net, and then I misses the third, and then. But I know I got my teams back, so
Yeah.
so they got me back.
Well, you guys didn't get to choose the matchups, but you did get to choose the order. We were curious why you guys went with a specific batting order with Blaine going out first, you going second. Rafa, what went into that decision?
Yeah, just we like Blaine starting, and I feel like it almost comes down to actually like the second player to finish it out or whatever, get it at that like 18-19, 18-20. So, like I said, we feel confident with every single one out there. Doesn't matter. We could put Zoey out there, and she's going to get the job done.
When you guys got tied at 17 apiece, was there anything going through your minds like, all right, maybe this isn't our day, maybe our season's over? What's the thought process, and how do you change that?
I was like, oh my God, I lost 1 point and I lost 3, and then I got my team too nervous, so it's my bad.
No, it's not. It's, hey, winners win, you know? Yeah, no, I mean, it was very, got tight. I got tight. And then at the end, at that 2019, Jaume said to me, he said, don't miss a return. I said, hey, man, you don't miss that serve. And then we all saw it.
He did. He's going to be thinking about that one for a while as we revisit the highlights from the match. Judit Castillo and Blaine Hoveneir had a big outing in this one. And what did you see from your team? This was a full team effort as you needed all 4 of you to pull out this win. Rafa.
Yeah, I mean, this is either you stay in Challenger or you move up to Premier. And I feel like we all have Premier level players. And to be honest, I really don't want to be on Challenger next year. So I'm fighting really hard. I know my teammates are fighting hard. And I know that we deserve that spot. So we get another chance. Doesn't matter, even though we don't get to pick the lineup the way the rules are this year. But we're hungry and we're ready.
And you guys were the team that had to take out Jaume Martinez-Vich and Susannah Barr. They had not dropped a game since joining the team for Susannah Barr in Atlanta. How are you guys able to pull out that mixed doubles win? Zoey, what did it come down to in your mind?
I mean, she's a very good, experienced player, and then I know I just need to play my games, and then trust. Yeah, and then Rafa do his team.
And Rafa, you've been on the losing end of the men's doubles. How do you change that around tomorrow? Maybe start off on a better note.
Yeah, just go back. I mean, this is great. We can go back and watch film. We've played this team now twice. We got a couple patterns we need to fix and change and be ready for some of these speed ups that Jaume can pull. And I think third time's a charm, right?
I hope so.
It better
That's
be.
what they say. So a dramatic setup for a match 3, which will take place tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. You saved your season. Now you have a chance to get the promotion to Premier. What an exciting night.
Yes.
Yeah, don't bet against us, baby.
Round